Why is everyone so oddly judgmental of people wearing pajamas in public?
To be fair, PJs are a full outfit in Vietnam. You see many people, especially women, in matching pajama tops and pants, but usually well put together with sandals, sometimes ironed, good fit, etc.
I think it's the connections people make. Wearing pajamas outside of the house makes people think you are not hygienic. Like you haven't even freshened up. It can also indicate that you could be lazy, as again it shows you don't even take a short amount of time to change clothes. There's various negative assumptions to it that people just view the whole act of wearing pajamas outside of the house as a negative act by someone.
It's a status symbol in China apparently, so much so that they had to ban it in Shanghai for the expo. Wearing a pajamas hanging in rich neighborhoods essentially flexes to other people that you live there. Like how some weirdos wear bathrobes to walk their dogs in their rich neighborhood. Reminds me of the Seinfeld quote, "You know the message you're sending out to the world with these sweatpants. You're telling the world, I give up. I can't compete in normal society. I'm miserable, so I might as well be comfortable."
Seems to be cultural. In Thailand it's really common to do morning groceries in your pajamas. I think it's mostly because people think it's very lazy to wear your PJs out in public, and it makes you look childish and immature. Also makes you look like you just jumped out of bed and left the house, didn't shower or anything, so people associate it with being unhygienic.
You obviously live in the US, Walmart, and perhaps it is possible to do that over here. In the Netherlands that would be impossible. Walking around in pajamas in public would bring you directed to a psychiatric hospital.
Is that something you can only see in the US? Never saw anyone wearing PJs in public, and TBH if people here did it, I still wouldn't. Doesn't feel right.
I don't think there's anything intrinsically wrong with wearing pajamas outside the house. It just implies laziness for not taking the 30 seconds to throw on actual clothes. That and you haven't washed that day, or else you would have changed as a part of that process. Personally, I don't give a crap, and you probably shouldn't either, since a stranger's opinion is ultimately of no consequence or value.
If you don't care how you look, then why do you care what we think?
It's the social contract. You meet society's expectations, in this case, getting dressed to go outside, and society meets yours, tacit approval. If you reject the social convention, you can't really be surprised when it rejects you back. That said, I am absolutely not above wearing my slippers to the store.
A lot of politeness ideas boil down to a base of, keep your feelings to yourself when you're not in private. Wearing pajamas is a suggestion of an internal emotional state. You're giving people information about how you feel. It's imprecise, but it's saying something to go out in public in PJs. It could be something like depression, discomfort, comfort, tiredness, overwork, burnout, a general disillusionment, ennui, etc. Any number of emotions within that sort of broad category of, I can't be bothered, and broadcasting. That kind of internal emotional state is considered rude. Simply BC, it is impolite to not hide one's emotions, and it's double impolite to not hide one's emotions when in plain sight of strangers in public. Emotional displays are for close, intimate relationships, not random encounters in the community at large. There are subcultures that disagree with this and value unmasked honesty in all interactions, but those subcultures tend to be in the minority. The broad social convention is very in favor of an expectation of emotional masking.
Honestly, as long as you don't smell, wear whatever.
As a fellow sufferer of depression, I have some advice. Force yourself to get dressed. Force yourself to take a shower. Comb your hair. Brush your teeth, etc. Maybe so buy some new outfits that are very comfortable and also make you feel good about the way you look. Depression can be damn near impossible to overcome, but even the littlest bit of self-care is a huge boost. Especially if you fought yourself to make it happen and you won.
If you ever visited Liverpool in the UK, you would be in your element. Totally acceptable to be out in PJs with hair rollers in.
Because when you leave the house, the bare minimum you should do is put on pants. I mean, TBH, I don't really see anyone making posts about that. But then again, maybe it's the subreddits you're on? IDK. When I see someone in pajamas in the store, I rarely even register it. Usually I'm just trying not to think about all the horrible things Walmart and other big companies do in order to not feel guilty about shopping there. I think it's very trashy and lazy. Particularly so if you're also wearing slippers. I won't say anything to ya though. I'll just judge you in silence. People represent themselves with what they wear. That is just a fact, and we try to understand who we have in our surroundings, and what they wear is one of the most direct way of understanding anyone. All of it. Is it clean? Is it broken? The point I personally would make is, I work in special education. We can demand for most of our kids with mental disabilities to put up some kind of proper attire. At least a freaking trousers. If you chose to look as if you weren't even able to that, well, it may be mean. But it is still the immediate association. And if I saw a grown-ass adult strolling around in nightly clothing, I'd worry if they are a patients who broke out of hospital and being still under the influence of meds, or look if there is a caretaker around. If you are wearing pajamas to Walmart, you are dressed up.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.